Hello, hello! Welcome to today's trending contract, Phantom of the Weekend, set in Paris and supplied to us today by Shaco 1610. So it looks like we have no briefing and we have 5 targets and a free map. So for today's challenge we'll start at the Iago auction. We'll bring with us a silenced pistol and 2 lethal syringes. So right from the start and off the bat, we need to get to the other side of the top floor, and to do that we are going to require a change of disguise. So we're going to make our way out past the stairwell into the attic and out of the window directly to our right, and then into the bathroom of Dahlia Margolis. We're going to grab the scissors from the counter and overflow the sink, and once the sink grabs the attention of the guard in Dahlia's office, we can turn that off and very quickly get behind the wardrobe, as the guard does not waste too much time coming in here. Once he comes in to investigate, we can render him unconscious, grab his gun if it doesn't fall through the floor, and then we can take his outfit. I'm going to leave him right there. No one will come in here. We are just going to let this waiter pass through the office first of all, before we head out through the doors opposite us and into the balcony area where Dahlia's assistant is located, where the laptop running the auction is. We're going to grab the pair of scissors from the table here. There is our first target. There is Dahlia's assistant inside. Now she's about to come out here and have a phone call. So we're just going to wait for that to happen before we lure our target into this slightly more secluded area where we are now. So here comes the young lady now to have her phone call, and when that plays out she will head back inside, and once she's done that and she's safely through the threshold of the doors like now, we can throw our scissors against the wall, collect them back up, and we'll pocket them for later on. That will get the attention of our target, and when he comes along to investigate, we can break his neck, shoot him in the head, or render him unconscious. There we go, and send him on a short flying lesson. Now because the other guard's gun went through the floor, I'm going to grab this gun here, as a gun is going to be somewhat necessary later on. So with our first target dealt with, we're going to make our way now through the auction area. The remaining targets, all of them, are on the ground floor, so we're going to take a slightly less faster route than our target did, and we're going to slide down the drain pipe just out on the auction balcony area, and this will lead us to the gardens, and most importantly the what I want to call is like a maze, but it's not a maze, is it? So in here is our next target. He's currently in an ideal position for us, so we're going to select a pair of the scissors we've collected, and when our target moves off, our target's colleague will hang back a little bit, and we can then throw our scissors over by the plants near the wall. That will get the other guard's attention. He will go to investigate. Our target will continue on his routine, and he will stand just behind us with his back to us, and then all we have to do is crouch down, jab him with our lethal syringe, and start moving a safe distance away. So So his colleague is already on his way back round here, so we need to scarper pretty sharpish. We're going to head over to the rear of the garden area. Be aware there is another patrolling set of guards, one of which also is an enforcer. They're not currently in this area, so we can hop over the wall and make our way down to the docks where our next target is located, patrolling all on his onesies. This used to be my go-to guy for the bodyguard outfit. Since then I have found easier ones to get to. So we're just going to wait here for him to return to his position on this side of the staircase, and from here he will not be seen by the guards up in the garden area leaning over the balcony. So 2 more targets to go, one of which is directly in front of us now, and if we have time, which we do not, they're just moving off. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the assault rifle that we've collected on the ground, on the grass, behind the helicopter. And the plan is that when our target and his colleague return on their patrol around the helicopter, the target's colleague will spot the gun and take it away. Now, if that doesn't happen, or basically if that does happen, we can then inject our target with our lethal poison. If that doesn't happen and our target is the one to take the gun away, he will bring it to this shed where we are now collecting a propane cylinder. So there are a number of enforcers around that we're going to need to keep an eye on, one of which is our last target. So this guy should stop around about here somewhere, so we're just going to scoot down around him and round to the final entrance area here, and we're going to place our propane cylinder on the floor around about there, and while we're here we'll put 1 bullet in it just to get it to leak, and then we're going to plug ourselves up just behind the plant pots and the banister here. Now, as you can see, our target and his colleague have just made it around through their routine, and our target is the one to remove the gun. So what we would have done is stayed where we were, selected our lethal syringe, hopped over the balcony and injected our target whilst his colleague was removing the gun away to the shed. As it is the target removing the gun, we are going to get to the shed ahead of him, and we're going to change our plans slightly, and we're going to grab the hammer and hide ourselves away in the corner opposite the weapons locker, and when our target comes in to place the gun and the door closes, we're going to render him unconscious, and then rather than inject him, we're going to break his neck for messing us around and deposit him in the crate provided. So that just leaves our final target, and all we have to do is avoid all of the enforcers, which are everywhere, and make our way back over to the plant banister railing thingy over at the back of the gardens area here. So somewhere around here, I'm thinking over here more or less, we should be able to take cover, because obviously the other guard in the helicopter patrol is still around. But from here we should be able to get a clean shot off on the propane cylinder. So we're just going to wait for 1, our target to arrive, which he has, 2, for the other guard who is an enforcer to have his back to us before we detonate the propane cylinder. That is obviously going to, 1, eliminate our target, and 2, cause quite a lot of panic. So we're going to let all of the enforcers run to the source of the explosion, and they will leave the helicopter unguarded, and we can then use it for our escape. So we have confirmation our targets were eliminated according to plan, and we got our Silent Assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.